I'm a 29-year-old woman, and my relationship with my mom has always been complicated, like a lot of mother-daughter relationships. I left home as a teenager to escape an abusive environment. I ended up moving in with a friend in another state, but that didn't go too well either. But that's a whole different story. I kept the communication open with my mom, but she's caused drama at almost every major point in my life. At this point, I've gotten really good at moving on from the chaos. In a couple of months, I'm going to have some paid time off because my job will be closed for renovations. My mom has been talking about visiting during this time, and over the past few months, we've worked through some of the details. But today, I got an email from her, and it really took me by surprise. She said that when she comes to visit, she probably won't have enough money for anything except gas, so she plans to bring a tent for herself and her husband to sleep in. She asked if I had space in my yard for them to camp out. Now, here's the thing. She knows full well that I don't own the house I'm living in, so I don't have the authority to allow anyone to stay in our yard, let alone for several days. At first, I thought maybe she was just joking, trying to put me in a really awkward position to laugh at my discomfort. She's done stuff like that before. Like, one time she pretended to have full-blown Tourette syndrome in the middle of a crowded shopping center, making all these crazy vocal tics, just to embarrass me. So yeah, at first, I thought this might be a similar kind of joke, but unfortunately, she wasn't joking. When I told her no, I couldn't help with this, she just replied, "Okay, I'll figure it out myself." And she said it like it wasn't a big deal, as though it's completely fine for a grown adult to drive halfway across the country without enough money to do it safely. I don't even know what to expect next, but I wouldn't be surprised if she replied with something like, "So you don't want to see us?" I even suggested she not make the trip, since it's clear she can't afford it. Honestly, I can't afford to travel either. I'm a grown adult, and I understand what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. I'm still in a place where I can't really take trips without putting my own family at risk financially. I don't want to put myself in a situation where I'm stretching my resources just to make a visit to someone I care about, but I'm just shocked at how audacious this all feels. Then, I posted about this situation, and wow, the response has been overwhelming. There are a few comments that I feel deserve a response, so I'll address them now. First, someone asked why I don't just cut my mom out completely. Honestly, I don't have a great answer for that. I think I feel guilty because I'm the only family member who's out of state. I worry that if I cut her out, I might end up losing the connection to my family altogether, and that's something I'd regret. So, for now, I'm just afraid of what that might mean in the long run. Second, some people asked why I don't just put her in a hotel. Well, like a lot of people my age, I'm struggling financially. I'm not the only one earning money in the house, and we're still barely making ends meet. It would be nice if I could afford to help out in that way, but honestly, I just can't. I'd love to go back and visit my family, but I know it would be irresponsible to take a trip that I can't afford. Putting my little family at risk just for the sake of a visit isn't worth it, especially if I can't provide for them in the way I should. Finally, someone mentioned the possibility that my mom might try to move into my yard permanently. Honestly, I never considered that, and just reading it made me feel horrified. I'd like to think she'd never do something like that, but honestly, after everything that's happened in my life, I know anything's possible. So, thank you to everyone who's given me logical advice. It really helps to know I'm not alone in my thinking. Right now, I'm still waiting to hear how she responds to my suggestion that she not come at all, and I'll do my best to update the situation once it's resolved.